Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. I'm so glad that you're here with me. Today we're going to make classic hummus. Now I do not eat hummus, but my husband likes it, so I do make it. And I'm going to make it out of this book right here, Essential Pantry Cookbook. It's from Jen Chapin. I'll try to link her channel down below. She has a wonderful channel. That's the reason I started watching YouTube and everything else, because of her. But I love this cookbook, and as you can see, I had marked a lot of different things I want to try. But hummus today. So I have a can of chickpeas that I've drained and rinsed off. And then I'm going to put that into my food processor with a half a cup of water. And we're going to blend that up. It takes a little while to blend this. Just make sure you scrape down your sides each time when you're mixing this, because you want to get it all really smooth and creamy. So we're going to add the juice of 1 lemon, and I'll squeeze that right in the top while it's still going, and it's just going to help smooth those chickpeas out. And they're also called garbanzo beans too. That's the same thing. If you can't find chickpeas, look for garbanzo beans. But we're going to put this lemon juice right in there and let it whiz around. Then we're going to start adding some flavor. I want to see how this is coming along. So I'm just going to take the lid off, scrape it down again, and see the consistency. Now, tahini. I went to Walmart to find tahini, and this is going to take 1/4 cup. You can add more if you want to. My husband likes it, so I'm going by the recipe this time, but I will probably add a little more the next time I make it. But we're going to add that in there. And tahini, I looked on my Walmart app to see if I could find what aisle it was on, and it told me the paper towel aisle, which we know it's not on the paper towel aisle. I was thinking, well, it's got to be a nut butter, because that's what it is. So I'm going to go to where the peanut butter is. Lo and behold, I finally found it. So don't give up. If my little town can have it, yours will too. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil right into this mixture. And it says 2 cloves of garlic in the original recipe. I don't keep fresh garlic, so I'm going to use this granulated garlic. And I used about 1/4 teaspoon of that. The first time I made this, I put a little too much garlic, so I did ease off on the garlic on this one. And then we're going to add some salt, and that is 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And this is nice because you can just throw it all right into the food processor and blend it up if you want to. I like to start with the water and the chickpeas. I'm going to add some cumin, and that is 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. And next we're going to add some cayenne pepper. Now you can leave this out if you don't want any heat at all in there, but it's not too much if you put what's called for about 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and it balances out really nice. It's not hot, but if you don't want it, just leave it out. And then we're going to put the lid on and start blending away. And this is going to take probably a good 5 to 7 minutes to get the consistency that you want, really smooth and creamy. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button or hit that follow button if you're watching on Facebook. I would love for you to join my YouTube or Facebook family. I come up with some recipes of my own, and I like to try other people's recipes. So just join me. It's going to be fun. So we're going to whiz this around until it is nice and smooth. And as you can see right here, it does come out really smooth. You just have to let it go. Be patient. Let it go for a little while. So I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to put this in a glass bowl. I like to store it in this glass bowl because my husband can get it out and eat it whenever he wants to. And it'll last about 5 to 7 days in the refrigerator. So it's a good snack. Sometimes he'll eat it for a meal, and he likes it with what is that? Cracked pepper and olive oil Triscuits. But this is also good. I'm assuming it's good with vegetables and things like that. Whatever you have on hand, I'm sure you can dip in here and use it as a dip. So I'm just going to add this in here, and then once I get it all in, I'm going to smooth the top out, and then I'm going to make like a little swirl because I want it to hold a little bit of olive oil on the top. So I'm going to do that now, and then add my olive oil, and then I'm going to sprinkle it with, I have this large sea salt, and we really like that, so I'm going to add some of that to it also. Just a little sprinkling on the top, so it gives it a little bit more flavor and a little texture and crunch whenever you eat it. But like I said, I won't be eating this. I won't be tasting it for you today. I have tried. I really want to like this, but I'm not a big bean eater anyway, so not my favorite thing in the world, but the husband likes it, so we're gonna make it. And there, we just put the top on there. Now I am going to toast some pine nuts, and he likes these toasted pine nuts on his whenever he eats it. So I'm gonna get these nuts into a pan and put the heat on them, but we're gonna keep an eye on it. You have to babysit these because they will go from raw to burnt in a matter of seconds. So what you want to do is just turn your fire on about medium, and you want to stay with it. Stir, stir, stir. There's not enough stirring, but you'll think that it's never going to toast, but eventually it does. It comes around. You'll see it just kind of lightly browns a little bit, and you can brown them darker than mine are, however you like them. Just fix them however you like them. But when they're done, they're nice and toasty now. You can see the little dark brown bits and light brown bits, and that's the way we like them. And I'm going to put them on a plate. I don't want to leave them in this pan because they're going to continue to cook if I do, and some may get darker than I want. So I'm just going to put them on this plate here, and I'm going to set them aside and let them cool. And you want them to be completely cool before you put them in the glass container. And as you can see here, this is a little glass container that I will put them in, and I don't like putting them on the top of it in the refrigerator because they will get kind of soft and mushy, not crunchy like you want them. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed watching. Hit that follow button if you haven't already so you don't miss a recipe. I upload videos, try to, once a week. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.